Всем доброго ресурса, с вами Kerrgan, и Шира мы продолжаем проходить Divinity. Что тебе известно без Джейка?
It's very tragic news. I won't posture and say that the Chancellor and I were anything near allies, but I truly never wished the man harm.
Расскажи о себе.
I am the Duke of Ferrell, though I suppose my name is in the mouths of enough ruthless gossipers that you've heard of me by now.
Нет, первый раз тебя слышу. Отя, смотри, киса. Мадора.
Well, what's this? Oh, Madora, you lummox. 1,000 pardons, comrade. This old bear's edgier than a dodecahedron these days. I'll tell you, it sure does me good to set eyes on another of our order. From Academy West, aren't you? Give Captain Wartruce my regards next time you see him.
Так, кто такая? Не помните по Академии.
You wouldn't. I trained up in Academy North, after all. We don't cross paths with you Westies all that often, but it's always a pleasure when we do.
Смотри, коню меч.
Madora's the name. Retired, or so the order keeps trying to tell me, but never out of commission. My hand to your cause and my sword at your side.
Не припомню, что в Союзе паралич одного искателя. Что здесь делаешь?
Heavens hornets! That's quite a story, comrade. And come to think of it, one that might concern you. See, I'm here on, well, let's call it a loan from a town to the north of here. Hunter's Edge by name.
They say he's privy to emotions.
There's been an attack there, comrade. Orcs. Not your run-of-the-mill savages either, but ones who've taken dark magic to new heights. What they want in Hunter's Edge, I can't say, but it's my responsibility to send them packing. Preferably with their horns in their suitcases and a knee-knocking fear of ever crossing paths with a sauce hunter again. I came south seeking the Legion's help, only to find it tied here in Sicil. They don't have a spare soldier to send northward, and even in my finest form, I can't clear the place of that many orcs without backup.
Твою деревню давали орки, как же тебе удалось бежать?
By the skin of my teeth, comrade. The savages were rounding up villagers when one of them activated a tripwire on our village wizard's property. Fortunately for me, that particular wizard has a penchant for things that go boom in the night. I managed to wrench free of my captor's grip and flee toward the forest. He pursued me for miles, but I'd lost him before I made it into the Sicil hinterlands.
Как собираешься действовать дальше?
Well, comrade, I hadn't thought of it till you tapped my shoulder just now. But perhaps that's where you come in. I need a contingent I can trust if I'm to take back the town. And the way I see it, you could use reinforcements here in town. I've been scouting Sicil for some time now, and I believe I've sussed out sufficient intel to help solve the murder of the Counselor. With our minds and swords in tandem, we'll make short work of the perpetrator.
Значит, ты предлагаешь помочь нам с Асилям, а потом поможете отбить родную деревню?
Well, you know the old expression. 2's a tea party, 3's an invasion. I know this place like the back of my hand by now, and the orcs up north will be short work for a trained-up trio of sauce hunters.
Отличный план, второй мы избавимся от любой нечисти, проникшей в этот славный край.
A fantastic plan. With 3 source hunters working in tandem, we'll put an end to all the evils bent against this fair land.
Another source hunter on the team will make us all the more formidable against this wicked magic. Welcome aboard, Madora.
That's the spirit. Listen closely now. Do you hear it? That's the sound of every orc and sorcerer in a 100-mile radius shaking in his wee boots.
A source hunter? I'd like to report some dark magic. Only tainted hearts could tip as miserably as this.
Значит, ты работаешь здесь официанткой.
Been at the King Crab nearly 10 years now, personally. Seen every character you can imagine, from bums to wizards, passed through these doors for a pint and a place to rest.
В ночь, когда убили Джейка, ты была здесь?
I I think I'm one of the last folks to hear him alive. That awful scream has been ringing in my ears ever since. And with the room where it all happened still under quarantine, we've a constant reminder of exactly what happened.
Смотри на кота.
Though that's the question, isn't it? What exactly did happen? We all thought it was Esmeralda who checked into that room, and the Duke that followed her in. I was washing up and nudging the last of the lushes out of the door when a cloaked woman rushed in right past me. I never got a good look at her, damn my eyes, but I figured the way she disappeared that she was visiting one of the lodgers. Lucky for the perpetrators, I was rinsing bottles in the back when the terrible deed took place and saw nothing more. I'm not proud to say I ducked under the counter and damn well stayed there till I heard Ivad fling that door open, but I was paralyzed with fright.
Ну, смотри, здесь был герцог, а не его жена. О, Котя.
Never saw you in the king crab before. You're welcome to scratch me behind the ears if you like. I won't scratch back.
Кто ты?
I am Unsinkable Sam. At least that's what they call me around here. Used to be a ship's cat, but the clipper I was on sank, and I was the only one to wrestle himself free from the waves. The people here were kind and took me in. Been the king crab's foremost patron ever since.
Расскажи мне о корабле, на котором ты плыл.
A magnificent ship she was. Used to belong to a pirate, I was told. Unlike me, she didn't prove to be unsinkable, though. We hit the cliffs right beneath the lighthouse. Not very apt a name for that building, I must say, for no light was shining from it. The moment I hit the water, I writhed around like I would on a hot tin roof. By some miracle, I managed to reach the beach, covered in kelp and smelling worse than a fish's funeral parlor. But I was alive, and that was more than anybody else could say.
Выжил только ты.
So I was. What friends I had. They drowned alongside the rats I used to hunt in the galley. And there I was, all alone. Not that I have it bad here, mind you. I've milk and fish aplenty. Most folks will pet me kindly, and when one of the village girls holds me tight against her ample bosom, I purr up a storm. But I do long for a companion of my own kind, and in that regard, there is no one like Maxine.
Насчет Максим.
Maxine, the mayor's darling pet. So gentle, so fair a feline. The grace of her whiskers, the subtle palette of dyes in her sable coat. She's one of a kind, that cat. She likes me. I know she does. But when I declare my love, she backs away. I don't know why. I have serenaded her and braved many a bucket of water for my efforts. But for some reason, she is not to be swayed.
Я хочу зайти еще несколько вопросов.
By all means.
Что ты думаешь о нежити?
People make a fuss about them because they endanger the lands around the city. They never bother me when I'm out for my monthly walk, though. But still, I do detest them. I mean, they're so unnatural, aren't they? Cats can have 9 lives, but humans are only entitled to 1.
Расскажи мне про орков.
Oh, don't mention orcs to me. Worse than dogs, that lot. Sank Walrus Willie's boat right from under him. Best anchovy fisher in the world he was. Lost to us all.
Ну, я пошла. Ну...
That purring sound. Mind control vibrations, I'm sure. Don't be seduced, comrades.
Тут все размазывается, короче, при приближении. Я хотела котею заскринуть.
Come now,
У меня нормально.
surely you've met your match once or twice.
Ha! The closest I
Даже
come
не
to my
послушала.
match is when I linger over long while lighting my pipe.
Oh, careful now. Your head's grown more swollen than saffrons, I dare say. Ah, what have we here? A source hunter, is it? Well, my day just became rather more stimulating. Oh, stand still then, if you don't mind. I want to take a good long look at the so-called savior of Sicile. Tall as an elf, strong as an orc, but your face, quite classical, isn't it? Statuesque, some might say. Yes, smooth and sturdy as marble, yet fine as a chisel's edge. And my word, what passion burns from your eyes. Please forgive my being forward, but I dare say, can it be? Well, you're exactly the person I've been searching for.
Скажи.
Жизнь она описывала тыкву.
Наверное. А хоть страсть у нее там есть. Расскажи о
I
себе.
am Anna, jewel in the crown that is the fabulous 5. I've cut 1,000 throats and baked 1,000 bread rolls, stolen the crown jewels of the Queen of Errata, and with my pockets full, helped her reach enlightenment.
Как вдохновленная мадам.
When the day comes that I die, the gods will evacuate the heavens to make space for my formidable collection of designer slippers. I contain multitudes, you see, and I am utterly replete. Except that, much to my dismay, I had as yet to find the companion to whom my heart so clearly calls. But then, Source Hunter, you wandered into this tavern, and I am most certain that that companion is you.
Ты кого-то ищешь?
That I have. For nearly a lifetime, it seems. Well, I'm sure you must know what I mean. Like existence itself lacked a significant component. Like if you could only fill a certain void, could connect with the right body, the right spirit. Together you could uncover new and thrilling vistas. I believe I have found that component, that body, that spirit within you, Source Hunter. Come, if ever we are to be united, we must truly entwine our fates. We must link our causes forevermore. Yes, you must join the Fabulous 5 right away, as soon as time permits. Together, as a team, we'll explore the boundless realm before us. We'll uncover fate, inch by inch.
Все, пока. Мы тут взяли уже. Если что, потом у тебя квест возьмем как-нибудь в другой раз.
Неудачное название, великолепная пятерка. Вот мы вступили. Это ж теперь уже великолепная семерка. А так с каждым увеличивать. Это...
Великолепная орава надо было назвать.
You've got my attention, comrade. Ask away, my friend, ask away. Always helps to know a thing or two about who's covering your back.
Какие доказательства наличия источников своей силы тебе удалось обнаружить?
More than I'd hoped, comrade. I don't know what in tarnation's gotten into the townsfolk here, but there's enough dark magic running roughshod at the top of a small mountain. There's Mayor Cecil's doings for one, and the mysteries of our master Thaleron for another. And on top of it all, the feline menace is lurking at every hearth and shadow.
Расскажи мне о кошачьей угрозе.
You mean you don't already know, comrade? Their kind can see in the dark. It ain't natural.
Расскажи о мэре Сесиле.
Now, don't get me wrong. I think the mayor's a decent sort, even if he can't hear farther than the tip of his nose. But from what I've heard whispered around the docks, the old guy's gotten himself mixed up in something not quite on this side of the law. I suspect an illegal source artifact or substance is the root of it, but exactly what or who's given it to him, I can't say. And since I haven't technically been assigned to Cecil, I don't have the authority to interrogate him.
Расскажи мне о Талероне.
Fella seems like a humble doctor, but I'll bet my sword he's dealing in something darker than splints and tonics. A loose-lipped legionnaire let slip that she'd seen our good doctor scale the city wall on 2 separate occasions, well past midnight each time. What business could he have among the undead?
Некрофильские, некроманские. Может, с ним бухает.
Может, он просто скалолазанием занимается.
Может быть. Ну, все, I should go. Так, ты кто? А, ты просто житель. А что у нас тут? Фрэнсис. Здрасте.
And may the immaculate conduit's myriad blessings comfort and cradle you. Tell me, have you yet heard the revelation?
О каких откровениях именно ты говоришь?
You mean you haven't heard? Oh, What fortune that I may share the goddess's salvation with one who has
Мы нашли
as
культиста.
yet been lost.
Судя по интонациям.
Steel yourself,
Званием.
friend, for your mortal spirit could be forever transformed from this moment forth. The conduit, our link to the goddess herself,
Слушай, а по
has
мифологии
given
Пифи
us
это
a
кто?
special gift, and the gift is thus.
Та, кто предсказаниями занималась.
А, он нам сейчас какую-нибудь гадость предскажет.
By following her instructions and becoming initiated into the one way, we can each of us live on for a span greater than the number of stars that twinkle within the goddess's right eye.
Расскажи мне об этой Пифи.
She came from on high to we mortals and showed us the path to the goddess, where all living souls are naturally inclined. She showed us that injury and malady need not mark the end of life, but that through her methods we could ascend to greater life in
Они что, нежить
service
хотят
of the
стать?
goddess.
Что ты имеешь в виду под истинным путем?
For this hallowed information, you must seek an immaculate chapel. Go north, friend, through the forest and into the town of Silverglen, where all may be revealed.
Я помню этот лес. Я там застряла.
There, among her followers and friends, dwells the goddess's ecstasy, her one way.
Расскажи о себе.
What's in a name, dear friend? For we all begin equal in the conduit's eyes, and only through great deeds may enter into her inner ring.
Ну все, I should
Go
go,
on the
мужик.
path to the righteous, my friend. Forget not that the conduit has great plans for you.
I should go, пожалуй, от тебя. Ой, блин, опять не то нажала. Так, не Ctrl. Блин!